Salutations, people of the internet, Matt here from Hydro Gaming, and welcome to episode 4 in our newest series, Death by 1,000 Days Surviving Minecraft. This month, we went through days 15 to 20 and a lot of interesting stuff happened along the way. But before I begin, if you do go on to enjoy today's video, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing as it really helps out the channel. It's totally free, and if you change your mind later on, you can always unsubscribe. Besides Minecraft, we have plenty of other series on the channel, all of which are linked in the description below. Now, with that out of the way, we can start the video. In the previous episode, Matt came across a few different types of seeds during his exploits in the mines and through raiding villages. These included melon seeds, beet seeds, and more pumpkin seeds. So day 16 began with me snagging those from Matt for later use in our ever-expanding farmer's field. I also decided to cook the beef that we got from our last cow slaughter. I found that steak can be a pretty consistent source of food in Minecraft, especially if you're constantly doing cow slaughters like us in order to collect leather for books. Day 16 was interrupted by an Enderman attack where Matt showed me the proper way to attack an Enderman. Turns out you're not supposed to look directly at them. Who knew? Unfortunately, we didn't get an eye from this one either, and at this rate, it's going to be quite a while before we can take on the Ender Dragon.
Nice.
Drop an eye?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Following this, we continued as usual, harvesting our crops to build up a food supply for breeding livestock, as well as for making paper with sugarcane that would later go towards making more books for enchanting. We ended off day 16 with one more breeding session to help build our livestock population back up, following last episode's slaughter. With livestock numbers once again on the rise, another animal slaughter would be sure to follow. Day 17 started off with Matt beginning construction on a secondary house that he would use for storage and would later add an automatic slaughterhouse to. I'm not sure exactly how he plans to make it, so we'll be sure to check that out once construction has progressed a little bit more. Meanwhile, I continued on with crop expansion, but I needed to make sure I had the right tools for the job. I need to find me a hoe. A hoe!
Oh. And there you go. Oh,
Can't make a wife out of a hoe.
Oh.
Before beginning, I remember that melon and pumpkin fields operate a little differently than regular crops. Specifically, the produce that's generated from these crops actually grows next to the vine that grows from the seeds you plant. What this means is that each plant requires at least one empty space next to it to produce a melon or a pumpkin. Here's my analysis of how melon fields work in-game. Okay, melon fields are kind of weird, right? Following this, I began the creation of the pumpkin and melon fields with the hopes of producing enough pumpkins, in combination with all the iron that Matt harvested down the mine, to create golems to guard our base. I'm hoping for at least 3. Later on, Matt had an experience with some zombies that shows exactly why it's so important for us to have some decent security around the base. Maybe we should go to sleep. Day 17 ended with me expanding our land just a little bit more, so I could build extra pens for more livestock. At this point, we still needed to find some sheep and chickens. And during this time, I had no idea just how stressful my hunt for sheep would turn out to be. No! Day 18 began with the harvesting of our very first pumpkin. Following this, I had enough seeds to plant quite a few, and with my hopes of creating a golem security force, I was quick to plant these new seeds. At this point I realized I still hadn't planted the beet seeds that Matt gave me all the way back on day 16, so that's what I turned my attention to next. I built a new enclosure for the beets to grow, and for this one I used a different layout in order to help maximize crop yield. In future videos, I'll change up the other fields as well to fit this new layout that gives us another row of produce compared to the old layout. Day 18 continued with yet another breeding session. If you're wondering why we breed livestock so much, it's because the entire beginning of the playthrough, the thing that killed us the most was starvation. As a result, we're now both just a little gun shy when it comes to hunger, and we've begun overcorrecting to avoid any chance of starvation in the future. As day 18 moved on, our melon crop produced its first melon. At this point, I have no idea what melons are used for besides food, so if someone could comment below and tell me, I'd really appreciate it. All hail the great melon. I will name you
Melon.
Melon. Now that I mention it, the same goes for beets. Besides dye, I'm not really sure how much use they have. Shortly after, the field quickly produced its second melon. Again, I don't know what they do, but it's a new type of food, so I kept planting as many as possible. Our second melon of the day. I shall name him...
Melon 2.
Melon 2.
So ugly that everyone died.
At this point, I was running low on wood and decided to go out to the woods for more clear cutting in order to build more fences for both crops and animal pens. Meanwhile, Matt was having his own experience involving a parade of zombies.
Chased by 2 little fucking zombies. Matt, help me.
That's okay. Oh, there's a creeper in our farmer's field. Look what you've done.
Oh, I'm rude. Ah, man. Shit.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Maybe we should go to sleep. Dude, there's a parade of them. What did you do? Did you say a your mom joke? You said a your mama joke, didn't you? You just couldn't resist.
Oh, no. No. No, they're in the house.
Are they? Shit. As always, the day began with more farming and one more breeding session to bolster livestock numbers in preparation for another slaughter. Following this, I went over to the second house that Matt was working on to see how much progress he had made. What I found was a main floor with some questionable physics. There's a bat in your house. I'm gonna do some exterminating for you. Did it die? It went into the ground. What the What? Okay. Bat in Matt's house has superpowers. Shortly after, Matt was attacked by an Enderman, and I rushed over as fast as I could to help him out.
Oh, Enderman, come here. Matt, get over here. In your base.
No, I'm building.
I'm
fool!
I'm gonna die. Matt, I'm seriously gonna die.
Okay, which base? What side?
Your base. He killed me.
I'm coming! Oh.
You're not even gonna kill him? He's half dead, Matthew!
You said my base!
Yes! The one you're fucking... Oh, my God.
Oh, well, where'd he go? I was running over. Did I run past him?
It's your base. He killed me.
Following this, I made my way into the wilderness for the 700th time to find a sheep. At this point, I was beginning to think that sheep just didn't spawn in the area where we decided to construct our base. However, just as this thought crossed my mind, I finally found my first sheep. With a smile on my face and a hop in my step, I carefully began luring the sheep back to our base and... No! Oh! During this time, Matt found a spawner underneath the second base and 2 more dogs. I had to step away from Minecraft for a second. Day 20 started off with me searching for a sheep to replace the one that exploded. Instead, I found 2 chickens and more dogs. I guess it's good that we can finally start producing our own eggs and feathers, but I'm still pretty unhappy about the sheep we lost. We continued breeding our dogs and amassed an army of guard dogs to protect our crops. They aren't golems, but they're definitely better than the nothing we had guarding our house before. What follows is a montage of the very intelligent and methodical gameplay Matt and I went through as we plan for the future development of our Minecraft world moving forward.
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8, 38s, 9, 9, 10 Mac 10s, the shit's not.
This might be the
You're...
Oh.
I wrote that.
I can tell. Yeah, but I have a lot of wood on me. They're all planks, though.
Oak?
Oak wood planks? Yeah.
Haha, oak. Okay. Oh, you whore.
What the fuck am I doing?
Hang on, I'm stuck in. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm lost in thought. I need a shovel. Forgiveness is the spiciness of. Forgiveness is so spicy. Some spicy forgiveness fries. Could I have an order of forgiveness fries?
Okay, how do you turn off fucking animal noises?
Anal noises?
Yes.
Turn off the anal noises, please. Oh.
What am I looking for exactly?
A new attitude. Oh! The road to recovery is long, hard, and vain.